Pounders, welcome back. Today we got some housekeeping before we embark into little travels down to Florida for the week. We have to get one last draft in. Absolutely. And I have some pre-recorded goodies for you guys for when I'm gone. And we might have some stuff in the works. Frank, what's going on? Nick's here. Adam, what's going on? Al, let's go. Everyone's here early, like you guys are showing up to work. And you won't believe it. You won't. Yeah, pick 10. Here we Oh, great. Right next to Nick. Oh, we got a little pounder sandwich back here. 9, 10, and 11. Logan at the 7. Frank had a draft canceled, so he goes from 150 to 149, jumps in the live stream. Maybe that's what you need. Wes Welker is now not only just a wide receiver coach, he is a fantasy football player here in the 2 spot with his goat horns, sneaky goat horns here. I think that's all we have. Is someone snuck in here with us? Al Boogie. This isn't Al. This isn't you, Al, right? Someone snuck in here with us. Let me know where you're drafting from. Oh, it is Al. He snuck in. J-Dub's in the house. What's going on, John? Oh, yeah. CMC start. Oh, man, I pre-recorded a draft for you guys. That's going to drop in a few days. And we got hit. We got buried. We got absolutely buried. Doesn't happen often. It happened. It happened. You'll have to let me know if we survive, though. Sent out the flares. Here we go. Hill at 3. It's on Al. We'll see how he wants to build this. He goes JJ. Chase. And now the 6 spot. Brees Hall, Insta. I will say 7, probably my least favorite draft position. 6, 7. I just don't really like drafting in the middle, too, like waiting. A little harder to kind of predict what your draft neighbors are going to do. Here, I've been going a lot of Garrett Wilson, and I don't think I'm going to stop. Here we go. Garrett Wilson to 10. Honestly, middle of summer, I can just see like Aaron Rodgers, one throw to Garrett Wilson, and Wilson rises. Aaron Rodgers definitely rises after one highlight video from training camp from 147. You're getting probably like a 15 pick discount. You probably should be going a little closer to Staffy. And we'll see if the Jets touch at wide receiver, but I don't think that's going to hurt Wilson at all. DJ Moore brought to 12 with Gibbs. And this is just sort of typical here. This is like I'm at the 12 spot. If I go Garrett Wilson and Kyron, I might just do it anyways. I don't mind this. The Nico click. I think I will have more Nico after the draft. Try to see if there's anything fun I want to do. Let's do this. This screams fun. This screams fun. Bill Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. We'll drag him to this spot. Honestly, I haven't seen too many people draft like this. So if you have, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've had a team start like this. A little different. A little different. Alcos, don't snipe me. My man, you are on the other side of the board. If I snipe you from 15, that man was not coming back to you unless I go crazy. And I'm like, yeah, let's bring like Diggs into this spot, which is that viable? Does Diggs really fall to 34? No. So maybe it is viable. If you can argue that Marvin Harrison Jr. and Diggs are in the same tier and you're getting different combinations, the thing with that is who's going to have the higher upside for the end of the season, Marvin Harrison Jr. or Diggs? We sort of saw Diggs slide towards the end of the season. Charles in the live stream. What's going on, man? And he goes, damn, double-digit pick again. You can't make this stuff up. If you guys go through my live streams, It's been, I think, 15 of the 17 drafts we've done on the live stream from like 8 plus. It's, it's impressive. It's actually impressive. So I have to get a little different here. I want to, at least. I don't want all my teams to be like Garrett Wilson and Jonathan Taylor on the back end. It's just not fun. And again, if you can argue that these players are in the same tier, maybe they have access to the same ceiling, single game ceiling, should be switching it up. Nick brings in Puka and Rashee Rice. Achane finally goes off the board at 22. What a gift. Kyron goes off the board at 21. Now we're talking. Achane at 22. Now Achane's been a riser, but he's been up here for quite a while. Let me pull up where these ADPs were at 6% fill rate, and I'll give you an idea of where Achane was. He was at like 19. So a few picks slide on him, and he's been a riser. That's always nice. Again with Tyreek. I like it. Diggs, Allen, CMC start. Oh, shit. The CMC Josh Allen 3 years in a row on the 1-2 turn. It's kind of funny. And if you were drafting that way the last 2 years, like, you're probably pretty happy. Jalen Waddle gets brought up here. Michael Pittman Jr. off the board. Little 3 wide receiver start for Wes Welker. Hey, signs are pointing that this is the real Wes here. Who would Wes Welker draft? Tank Dell. Yeah. 3 wide receivers straight? I think so. Al Boogie brings in Chris Olave at 28. Mike Evans off the board at 29. And we're going to be looking at 34 to 39. Beautiful. Nick doesn't have to worry about me sniping Demario Douglas in this draft, or does he? Or does he? Gotta leave that threat out there. Is always the threat. Logan with Amonra and Nico. Brings in Neighbors here at 31. Looking at Sam Laporta, Travis Etienne, DK. DK off the board. Sam Laporta, I kind of thought Nick would do that. Let's bring in Drake London here. And let's see who comes back to us. Etienne gone, which this is a nice spot for Etienne. Pick 35. I saw some negative FUD. I'm curious how you guys think about this. Negative FUD on T. Higgins at this ADP. Does anyone dislike T. Higgins at pick 41.5? Like 2-round discount from last year? After he gets tagged? I mean, based on the range he's in, too? Come on. I think it's very close between Keenan Allen and T. Higgins here. Adam says, I saw negative news about ETN. Yeah. People saying like, oh, he was a little touchdown dependent. This man has no competition in the backfield. This man has 0 competition. You don't get safer. Like, this guy has a high floor and a pretty decent ceiling. He's 3 down back. So I think when he falls, like, I do like bringing him in that 35 range where Vinny got him. Like, they're not like the Jags aren't bringing in some high prize running back off free agency. If they're going to draft someone, fine, but they already spent a pick on Tank Bigsby last season. Darius Johnson's a free agent. Like, this just, the wheels are pointing up for ETN in my opinion, but I just love to go wide receivers this early and then bet on the unknown with the running backs and sort of go 0 RB or hero RB builds. Let me actually peek my ETN exposure because now you guys got me curious. Let's see what we have. Trav, how you doing, boy? All right. Looks like I'm at. We'll just do the big boards. Yeah, I'm at field right now, which is high for me for early running backs, to be honest. And he typically goes in this range, and I'm typically back here. So that makes sense. Jaden Reed, Terry McLaurin off the board. Christian Kirk, this is early for Kirk here. 47. Holy shit. 15 pick. Like, you're probably getting him here at 50, like 90% of the time. One wide receiver start for the one spot, goes double QB, tight end, running back. This is gonna be tough to recover from. Not picking for like 23 picks. Yeah, this is fine though. This is 100% fine. Like, said he wants to use Bigsby more. That's not a bad, like, that's not a negative. That's not a negative. I think Bigsby's not threatening a 50% workload, right? Someone's always going to get in there to give them a rest, the RB1. You just hope it's not like CMC in, was that week 17 when he ran it like 98 yards and then Elijah Mitchell punches in the touchdown. Yeah, this is another good point about T. Higgs. Yeah, Kirk could see that rise, but I sort of see them bringing back Ridley, to be honest, and then not re-signing Zay Jones. Yeah, that's never a great thing, but NFL is typically pretty slow when they're dishing out penalties, doing their own investigation. If James Cook comes to us, we're drafting James Cook. Like, I don't care. Give us one of these two. I'd be happy with one of these two. The badgeless guy. What's he gonna do? Mark Andrews. Oh my god. Oh my god. When your brain's that big, you just know who the badges people are going to select. It's insane. Wow. There it is with Lamar. All right. Chris Godwin, welcome to the team. Or do we go K-Walk here? Probably go K-Walk here. 10. Ooh, Vinny goes. I don't love this. You can't stop at 4Bs. If he brings in another RB. Damn, I think this pick was the trap pick. I think we're going to look at Vinny's team and be like, this is a nice fall, nice value, but couldn't afford to do it. So we'll see how Vinny recovers from this wide receiver avalanche. So he's got to clear through. Nick brings in Stevenson. Nick goes, I'm an ADP clicker. Apparently. Logan says, I bet you don't know who I'm taking then. Let's see. Probably Godwin, to be honest. If we're being honest. I'd say Godwin. My man, you have the draft guide. 1985's JJ Spawn. What's going on, my man? Joe Burrow off the board, but Chase. You have the draft guide. I always love when people the draft guide draft nice teams. And it's all you see. It's all you see. Frank at 6, Logan at 7, Nick at 9. The advance rate whore himself. Vinny with AJ Brown, JT, ETN, Cooper Kupp, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker. It's going to be interesting. Probably go 10 wide receivers, I would think. Pretty much a lock, and then probably stopping at 5 RBs. We'll see, though. We'll see what he does. Pittman team brings in A-Rich. Teams are correlating really nicely. CJ Stroud with Nico. Where did Zay go? Zay went at 52. Bowers off the board at 75. Kittle off the board at 74. We've seen Kittle slide a lot recently. It was going to be Jones if he fell. You already know. You already know. I have a lot of teams where my first RB is Aaron Jones. A little scary. Let's check the teams behind us. One has a QB. I don't think Vinny can afford to go tight end here, but we'll see. Logan brings in James Conner. Let's go. Too sharp. Too sharp. Yikes. We likely want Kyler here with Marvin Harrison. Excuse me. Got the chia seed from the protein workout. Just choke me up. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride with Kyler would be pretty nice. TP off the board. Just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. Ooh. Wanted one of Ingram or Pitts. We'll see if we get one. Dude, I love this. Vinny just going 0 wide receiver and maybe going to plan on smashing on some of these rookie wide receivers in the middle rounds. Could be a fun build. But probably needs to go 3 QBs at this point. God damn. Yeah, right when the Ingram pick goes, I can kind of feel the tight ends coming off the board. We have McBride. It's not a super big deal, but getting one of those two, I feel very comfortable stopping at 2. Do we feel just as comfortable stopping at 2 with Njoku and McBride? Or is it just better to get running back touches? No Antonio Gibson. Selling it. I'm trying to sell. You got Nick Chubb with the 12 pick slide. I'm still passing on it. We'll go B-Rob here. We'll go B-Rob. My first running back was Aaron Jones. Let me get some more touches here. Probably end up with 3 tight ends now, I would think. What number big board draft is this for you? 105. Let's go. This is like number 64 for me, Adam. Yeah, this is Vinny's doing some stuff right now. Vinny's doing some stuff. I think he has wide receivers just turned off. I think his wide receivers may be turned off here. Just looks like this right now on Vinny's board. All right, we need a little timeout for 1985. This man is going off in the chat right now. Going off. A little 5-minute timeout. Njoku falls to 91. Troy Franklin off the board a little early at 89. And Nick Chubb finally gets picked up at 92. Little 16 pick slide. Dobbs, Tua, Now you're seeing Eckler fall 15 picks. Yeah, this is a Pounders draft. This is how a high stakes draft would look. A little more like this. Except for me. There's always someone that gets buried at wide receiver in a high stakes draft, and QB and so on. Adam says I like Mostert in this range. Yeah, one of these two prices is wrong, right? I feel like with HN, we are paying for a little bit of his single game ceiling. I think that's sort of baked in here. And then Mostert, you're getting the discount on his age. That's basically what's happening. Jacoby off the board. Jonathan Brooks. This man has been watching too much Corain. Jahan Dotson at 99. Little 13 pick reach up for Jahan Dotson. Damn, this room's going wild. Macaroni and sauce. What's going on, my man? Yes, this is so true. It's not coming back to him, is it? His ADP has been flying up. He's around like 133 now. So if he wanted to grab him, it would be here at 122. We'll see. I like this build from the 2 spot. Get a little slide on George Kittle. Dude, Eckler off the board at 103. For real, though. That's like... This is probably where I'd select him. And then you have like Deontay Johnson staring you in the face, and he actually kind of looks appetizing compared to Eckler. What do we want to do here? If we got Ingram, this would be a T-Law pick. I'm not loving the wide receivers in this range. Let's go Goddard. Now we don't have to go tight end until very late, and I have someone in mind. Dude, I love this. Zero wide receiver team from Vindog. Yeah, I like the Caleb Kmet. I was also thinking about doing that, but I have another idea. This has got to be Swift or Chase for me here. Shit. Like actual. I'm like balanced, but too balanced. I would like to have one more receiver, but again, 4 picks in a row at receiver strong. I have to lean into that group. Let's go Swift. We have the correlation with Goddard. Nick liked the Goddard pick. Yeah, that range is... Adam wanted JMO. I don't know. JMO losing snaps, so like Josh Reynolds. 6-game suspension to sort of like get right. He's healthy. I don't know. I don't love JMO this year. If he slides, like he did a 9-pick slide here, I guess that's okay to bring him in. We could have gone like Goff, JMO, but I would just rather someone else select him, to be honest. This whole group of wide receivers, like I'll mix in Keon Coleman. This dude's... What's Coleman? 6'3", 6'4". Question marks about his separation, but could be interesting on the right team. Let's see. We're up in 13 picks. We're picking at 130 and 135. We need wide receivers, and we have some ideas. Shit. So this team, we might have to stop at 2 tight ends. We might have to stop at 2 tight ends. if I want to go 3 QBs, or if I lean into 2 QBs, then I'm going to go 3 tight ends. It's one or the other because I need extra picks. I like the running back room so far. Aaron Jones, Robinson Jr., DeAndre Swift are going to add obviously to this group in the sweet spot. 4 wide receivers in a row should be very strong. If we can hit on some rookies, make this room unstoppable. Big old kitties. Stop, bro. I'm just reading the 3 spots username. Big old kitties. I don't agree with that. Ty Chandler 119. Ty Chandler should get a small boost after Madison gets let go, even if they bring in another running back, which they have to. Ty Chandler at worst is going to be the backup, and you're drafting some potential backups in this range. Zamir White has the question mark. Charbonnet is change of pace back. Singletary's got some question marks. Rashawn Johnson, there's a split here. So it'll be interesting to see who Minnesota brings in. Could be bad for Chandler too. If they hit the draft and it's nothing within the first 3 rounds, that's probably a win for Chandler. Should probably have a slight rise or just probably go at this ADP. And then if they bring in someone in the second, like Brooks or 3rd round, or they bring in a free agent. So I think there is a little bit of risk to Ty Chandler right now. Shakir off the board at 126. Well, 13 pick slide. Feels about right. Schultz off the board. No, he didn't. Adam, did he? I didn't even see. Dude, he did. It is Wes. It's got to be Wes. Yo, Adam is partying right now. Adam is partying. Okay. 129. Oof. Can I get Rodgers to fall back to me at 154 is going to be the question. Can I get Rodgers to fall back to me? Probably Rashawn here. Wanted Ladd here, but we'll go another running back in this range. Vape, the OG. Says 25 watching, 12 likes. Hit the like. Yeah, please. On the way to 1200. Vinny loves me going running back here. Brings in his 4th, Gabe Davis. Adam says feels like a Shaheed click. No, if he comes back to me. If he comes back, we'll go Shaheed, but yeah, he doesn't. I think he's expensive right now. This is fine. I could have gone Shaheed here. It also makes Derek Carr another target QB. But I'm also okay with just double tapping. I'm okay with double tapping RB in this range and then literally just figuring out wide receiver later. Dude, Jane Danielson. I'm okay if I get Rodgers, I'm okay stopping in 2. And that's sort of the plan with Garrett Wilson. And then I'll have to go probably 9 wide receivers. All right, we get Kendra is meant to be. It was meant to be. Max Sauce wanted AD so bad. He wanted AD so bad. I don't know. I have a few people ahead of AD. Like I think Worthy and Ladd going ahead of AD feels right. No one likes the Kendrick click. I love it. I love it. Too cool, Rad. Welcome to the live stream, man. We started 4 wide receivers. We were pissing. And then it stops. It stops fast. But I like hitting these pockets. I don't want to be drafting too many wide receivers in these middle rounds. But we do have to add. We do have to add. Rodgers, baby. Baby, come back. That's how I'm feeling right now. And we had a drop on Daniels, right? And this is a rushing QB that should have some rushing upside. You would think if Daniels is dropping, you would think old man Achilles list Rodgers non-rushing QB should fall 6 picks. If Jaden Daniels is falling 17 picks. So trying to read the room here, we'll see if this works out. Old man Rodgers. Max Sauce says, Worthy and Lad, please do tell. We'll see how Worthy runs in the 40. We'll see what his weight comes in at. I'm a little worried about his weight. But if this dude comes in 180 plus and he runs 4.4, sub 4.4, I just like his player profile. I think he's a Spike Lee type guy. But you put any of these guys on the right team with that sort of profile too, I think it's a good best ball pick. Good best ball pick. K. Dotton off the board at 143. 2 spots having a nice draft. We'll see what he does for his second QB. Yeah, Staffy's falling. Let's see. Did we read the room correct? I mean, we definitely did. But for some reason, I still feel like Rodgers is getting sniped, like out of the blue. Out of the blue. There's Cousins. 1 QB in head, like ahead of him. We got 2 teams with 1 QB. It's pretty good. I'm feeling good about it. Singletary off the board at 149. Where's Vin? Where's Vin? The disrespect didn't go Singletary here at 134. That must have really hurt. That must have really hurt. The Singletary truther. Watson off the board. Mayfield off the board. Audric. Gonzo. All right. Dude, this 22 pick slide on Staffy is disgusting. It's disgusting. Nick says, how much do you want Rodgers? I don't care. You can take him. Go ahead. Al says tight end's getting a little thin. Glad I got my 2. We'll go Rodgers here. We're going to lean into these guys. I think we're just going to lean into Murray and Rodgers here. We're going to need that extra click, I think, at wide receiver. We'll see on the back end, but bring in Roman Wilson. Let's go. We're cooking with gas now. We're cooking with gas. Max Sauce says, I wish I could get Stafford 20 picks behind ADP. Yeah, he always falls when you don't have the pieces to draft him. Although at that point, 20 picks after ADP, he could just be a good advance rate click. And Nick brings in his third QB. It's not too much capital spent. One QB in the 8th, one QB in the 10th. And then the 13th, he pairs it with Puka. Nick's got a freaking real strong draft going. Sam Laporta pair with Jake Fergie at tight end. He's got Goff. Nick's got a strong team right now. And somehow, some way, he still manages to pull in Michael Wilson and Demario Douglas. This man has a problem. A good problem. Staff, welcome to the live stream. We meet again. That's all I can see, Nick. Picturing Nick saying. Steph, if you want to comment on anyone's team, pick 9 potentially, just have at it. Just have at it. Nick's actually having a field day right now with the Staffy drop. Having an absolute field day. All right. The 2 spot brings in his second QB with Geno Smith. Does he have? Nah, I was going to say, I don't think he has a piece of that offense, but he could still be decent value. I'm curious. Are you guys bringing in a third QB with this pairing? I would think so in a 20-round draft, but he's going to, if he wants a stack, it's going to have to be some sort of backdoor stack. Conklin off the board at 170, so he gets sniped. So we're definitely, damn. That was going to be pick 178 here to pair with Rodgers. Do we just stop at 2 now? Sanders off the board. If Likely's there, we can think about that. But do I really want one of these guys? I'd probably just lean into McBride and Goddard at that point and spend the pick at running back or wide receiver. Oh boy. Marvin Mims off the board. Ray Davis doesn't make it back to Nick. Oh, they're going to be picketing in the streets. Nick's going to pick Thielen. Big Thielen guy. Good. I'm glad. There's no way Nick was going Thielen. Get him off the board. That's huge. All right, Nicholas. Have at it. He goes Palmer. Well, 11-pick slide. Ooh, Jalen Wright's gone already, huh? You guys are sick. You know that? You guys are sick. Seems like a good spot to bring in Curtis Samuel here. And that's what we're doing. Adam says Hunter Henry round 2. How much does he really add to this group? Like, how many points are you trying to get out of Hunter Henry here? Like 35 max? I don't know. I think that pick is just better off being spent as a dart, wide receiver dart or running back dart, lottery pick. Yeah, he goes to a new team and eats. I do think he has some left in the tank, but I'm pretty comfortable with this group and the capital I spent. Let's go probably Ricky here. What do we got at running back? We'll chill on RB for now. Let's bring in Ricky Pearsall. Little 13-pick reach. Get me off ADP. Get me off ADP. Nick says no. All caps. Oh, damn. Oh, he wasn't even this mad about the freaking Ray Davis click. Ray Davis, my sweet prince. Yeah, Jalen Wright. I'm sitting at 24%. one of my highest running back exposures. I hope he gets a good landing spot because I like the profile. We have to see what's here at QB too. We have to see what's at QB. This might just be worth bringing in like JJ McCarthy, where, okay, maybe he ends up in Atlanta. We don't have to. We could go either way. Let's just see how it goes. So far, I like my running backs, though. I would like to add a little bit of rookie talent here, but at the end, it gets pretty gross. Wide receivers are looking pretty good. I'm comfortable with these four carrying most weeks. And then maybe we get a good landing spot with one of the rookies, Curtis Samuel, free agent. Help pep up this team a little bit. Running backs, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson Jr., DeAndre Swift, Rashawn Johnson, Kendre. Well, 9-pick slide on Swifty. Is anyone clicking Tucker Kraft? Like who's keeping Tucker Kraft's ADP in this range? Who? Show yourself. Where are you? What do you look like? Like the Tucker Kraft before Hunter Henry is disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Yeah, I've been drafting a lot of teams like this. Elijah Moore, another one that falls. Elijah Moore is always falling. But the dude's ADP is like somehow staying the same. Is it only in my rooms? Now it has been falling. Like I think it was around 167, but this dude falls and falls. Like that's not a bad spot to bring in Elijah Moore. 192. Especially in a sharper room where some of these shinier rookies come off the board. Yeah, I could see this going either way. It's pretty wide open. I think Pittsburgh's in talks with Fields right now. Or with Chicago, I mean. All right, here it is. Dennis is the craft drafter. More two tight end sets, but again, dudes. Dobbs, Watson, Reed, Wicks, Musgrave, Aaron Jones, Kraft. There's too many heads in Green Bay. There's too many heads to feed. Reed, Dobbs, Musgrave, Watson if he's got a hamstring, Wicks, Kraft, like just too many. Too many. Jermaine Burton off the board. Take him off the big board. This dude's sort of been a wild card here. Although I like the Merrick click. He gets him, I think, a little after ADP. 9 picks after ADP on Mare. All right. Let's bring in Will Shipley here. We're going to stop with one more running back, I would say. Javon Baker, Wilson off the board. You're getting a 25 pick drop on Trey Palmer. I mean, If not now, then when? Right? If not now, then when? Now seems like a pretty good spot. Now seems like a pretty good spot. Could have gone Dowdle, could have gone Miles Sanders, could have gone AJ Dillon here too. Logan says, if not, I say, if not now, then when? Logan says 210. He was eyeing him. Chris Rod off the board. Ooh, that could throw a wrench into things. Thinking that Chris Rod was going to be there. Or at least potentially. Okay, we'll flirt with it. We'll flirt with it. We have 2 picks left, and it's probably just going to be best spent at wide receiver and running back. JJ McCarthy off the board. Like, do we want to lean into like Bryce Young spiking ahead of Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers? I don't. From a ceiling perspective, week 17, let's say we push this through. Is Bryce Young going to help this team get to week 17? We'll see. We can probably lead into this group of receivers. Realistically, if Bryce Young comes back to us and we somehow get like Miles Sanders or something, we get a little correlation, maybe get one of these rookies to fall there. I could trick myself into this pick. I could sell this pick right now. Ben, welcome to the live stream, my man. Says, hey, what's up? What's good, Pat and fellow pounders? Then he pounds it. If you guys are just joining us, go down, like the stream if you're having a good time, and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Log into your accounts. I know you're watching from an account that is not logged in. As Ben would say, sign into your pet lizard's account. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want fake subs. If you real, though, you a real one. One spot brings in Chig, brings in Knox. Ooh, and Kelsey. Okay. Nick says, been in the house. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I kind of just want someone to click Bryce Young for me, so I don't have to think about it. If someone could please do that. There's one team. SeaWorld's got 2 QBs. Magic's got 2 QBs. I don't expect Frank or Logan to go 4 QBs. Oh, dear. Okay, Miles Sanders off the board. Yeah, well, Adam, we'll check out the one spot. We probably have enough here at running back. If we're drafting like we're right, we can definitely lean into this group. If we're drafting like we're right. Tank Bigsby gone. Bryce Young gone. Okay. A lot of a lot of the ideas are late round clicks are disappearing. Logan's leaning into Milton. I don't mind it. All right, here are my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Hunter Henry falls 24 picks. 34 picks. Like now it's probably worth it to bring in Henry. Now it's probably worth it to bring in Henry. We can lean into this group of running backs. Honestly, we could probably lean into this group of wide receivers too. But what's the hurt? We can add one more. This is sort of a luxury pick at the end here. It could just be Russ if Russ is... This would just be an advance rate play, though. I like leaning into the fact that Rodgers could end up being a good value. He ends up being a riser. If you're right, you're right, too. And then obviously, like, Kyler has to stay healthy for this team to advance, but let's bring in Taj Mahal, because all my hashtag my guys are gone. Taj is the last one. Darnell Mooney goes super early, 212. Dwayne McBride. Nick's clicking the McBride to end the freaking big board. Nick, how many drafts do you have left, my man? Vinny brings in Sky. We'll have to take a peek at how Vinny ended up. That's a lot of wide receivers to end the draft. Does he end up with 9 or 10? He ends up with 10. Okay. So the Capitals is going to be right. Nick's got 18 drafts left. I'm surprised you didn't save more for the combine. I end up going 9 wide receivers here. Realistically, this 9th receiver should be a QB somewhere. We can go back and sort of figure out where we could have gone QB. It would have been this Trey Palmer pick. He fell 20-something picks. Could have been a JJ McCarthy. How much value does that add to the team? We won't know. We won't know for a little bit, but 25 pick slide on Trey Palmer, that could have been the trap. That could have been the trap. Hunter Henry at 226 is just, it's hard. That's hard to pass up at that point. I don't mind it. Israel Abanikanda gone at 237. He was an option, but I feel like running back is a mistake here. Like, although Israel Abanikanda is probably he's a top 5 handcuff if he can remain the RB2 there behind Brees. I feel like it might be a little too much at RB. If we were going to have another pick, it was going to be a QB somewhere. This Curtis Samuel pick, like, are we going Daniel? No, we can't go Daniel Jones. He's gone. Are we going Levis here? Derek Carr fell to 196. If we go Derek Carr, we're just going Derek Carr for advance rates, though. That's what I don't really love about that. All right. Someone wanted to see the one spot, so we'll cover it. He goes Allen and Mahomes. He brings in Kelsey, Okonkwo, and Knox, which I'm okay with. That's the Capitals, right? McCaffrey, Kamara, Javonte Williams, and 3 rooks. He does bring in right at 168. We never had a chance. Diggs, Pickens, Myers, Lockett, Sutton, Devontae Walker. It's okay. There's some hashtag my guys, and then there's like guys I'm just completely fading in the mix. All right. Off to the Pounders in the 4 spot. Big Al, Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, and Derek Carr, 10 picks after ADP. Derek Carr does feel like a good value. He does. I know we're saying that about late QBs last year, and all those QBs played like 8 games. 196 as a third QB feels good. TJ Hawkinson, Isaiah Likely, and Juwan Johnson. It's okay. Could fall a little behind at tight end, I think, if Hawk doesn't start healthy right away, and then if Baltimore just refuses to use more 2 tight end sets. That's the risk behind Likely, but top tight end handcuff, and on top of that, I mean, he was more skilled than the receivers that they're on the field. Nick just said, was Wes Welker in our draft? Yes, 100%. The dude was pissing wide receivers. Kyron Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Ford, Justice Hill, Miles Sanders, Israel Abanikanda. I like it. I like this group. Gets Kyron at 21, little different start with JJ. Real fun. Gets 5 receivers by the Brian Thomas range. Really nice. Brings in Dobbs, Wicks, Reed to go with Love. This is a beautiful squad. JJ with Kirk. So this is a Kirk return to Minnesota type team. Really nice. It's well balanced too. Nice draft, Al. Frank in the 6th spot. Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson, and brings in JJ McCarthy. Big hopes, big dreams. I think this dude is pulling the draft capital though. And we'll see where he lands. Don Kincaid, David Njoku. I think that's perfectly fine stopping there at 2. Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, Zach Charbonnet. I don't think I've ever seen Frank not draft Charbonnet. And he gets a 10-pick slide on him, so he was not passing this pickup. There's just no chance. He steals Ray Davis from Nick like 3 picks before Nick's turn. Antonio Gibson, Tank Bigsby, Emmanuel Wilson. Cool. This is a fun RB room. It's a fun RB room. Should have plenty of touches. Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Josh Downs, Marquise Brown, Khalil Shakir. And this is where it's like, I was going to say, you're strong all over. The wide receivers take a small hit. Maybe you get a nice little year 2 boost from Josh Downs. Marquise Brown, in my opinion, looked a little dusty last year, but you get a 13-pick slide on Shakir too. A little old to start the group, but brings in some fresh legs. I think it's okay. Especially if like Bateman can hit for you. Pairs Cooper with Deshaun Watson, which is always nice. Fields to Las Vegas. Could be fun. Logan in the 7th spot. CJ Stroud, Baker Mayfield, and Will Levis. Good capital there. Schultz and Sanders, really. And you had the chance to go Hunter Henry too, and he fell so far. He fell 30 picks. I'm bringing in a 3rd tight end here. Pacheco, Connor, Mixon, like this group's fine. This last pick, I think, can be a tight end. Or this pick. Maybe there's a wide receiver pick that can be a tight end too. But you can lean into this group, especially you get Eckler 23 picks after ADP. Amon-Ra, Nico, Neighbors, Godwin. 4 receivers by Godwin. Brings in a shit ton of rookies and Parker Washington. I'm cool with this. I think this RB here at 223, I think for me that would have been a tight end. Let me have a peek. Let's have a peek here. Yeah, you could have gone Hunter Henry or Noah Fant there all day, in my opinion. All day. But other than that, I really like that draft. Nick in the 9. Herbert, Goff, and Stafford. The 21 pick slide on Staffy. Come on. And he has Puka. This dude's got his spoon out. Nick with the mega scoop. Sam Laporta and Ferguson, which is really sick at tight end. James Cook, Stevenson. He gets Cook 12 picks after ADP. If you let him go one more pick, I'm insta-clicking him at 58. Like this is awesome. Pollard, Zamir White, Rico Dowell, A.J. Dillon, 17, 16 picks after, and Dwayne McBride. Fun group. Doesn't always need to have rookies to be a fun group. Puka, Rashee Rice, T. Higgs, Michael Wilson is wide receiver 4. Oh, I can't. Christmas is canceled. This is lean in. Like Fat Joe, lean back. Nick, lean in. That's his thing. Demario Douglas, obviously. This is Nick's. I want to know what percent of your drafts have both of these guys. Joshua Palmer, 11 picks after Malik and Brendan Rice. You are so strong everywhere else. It's a still really good team. But wide receiver may have slipped a little too long. I was sandwiched, which was not a fun time. Kyler and Rogers, I have to lean in. I have to lean in myself on these guys. McBride, Goddard, and Henry. We were going to stop at 2 tight ends, but the 33 pick slide on Henry was just, it was too much. Aaron Jones, Robinson, Swift, Rashawn Johnson, Kendra Miller, Will Shipley. I'm glad I stopped with these 6. I think 7 would have been a mistake. And then receivers, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Drake London, Keenan Allen, Roman Wilson, Curtis Samuel, Ricky Pearsall, Trey Palmer, and Taj Washington. Would have been nice to find another QB, but is it worth bringing in like Kenny Pickett? Probably not. Like after it goes to a certain point, like basically it's my Ricky Pearsall pick. If I'm not going Derek Carr here or Will Levis, there's JJ McCarthy, but even then, what's he going to provide this room? Maybe a couple weeks, and that's what all you're looking for. But I'm high on Ricky, and at that point, I only had 5 receivers, 6 receivers. So I'm cool with the way this shaped out. I don't mind leaning into 2 QBs, but I do think in 20-round drafts, when you don't know the bye weeks, I'm not a bye week hoe, but when you don't know the bye weeks, the capital is a little light is the problem I have with it. But it's still shaped out to be fine, I think. Vinny in the 11 spot behind us had a couple snipes, had some really good values dropped to him, but put off wide receiver. So we'll see. QBs are great. Dak and Trevor Lawrence, I'm cool with this. Gets a 9 pick slide on Dak. Ingram, Freiermuth, and Fant. I like this group as well. Nice 12 pick slide on Freiermuth. I think he even got Fant after ADP, right? Yeah, 15 pick slide on Fant. The running backs are freaking hot. Oh my God. Gets a 12 pick slide on Herbert too to add on to this group. And now the moment you've been waiting for. AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp. I don't remember the third receiver, but I remember it was a long time before he picked his third. Mike Williams, lean in. Okay. Good landing spot, and he remains healthy. And remaining healthy for Mike Williams is only missing 3 games. Gabe Davis. I'm cool with this pick. I really am. I think that this is perfect for your team. You need him to go to a team and be a wide receiver too. And it just works for your squad. I think that is super smart. Same thing with Williams. I think those are both smart. Brandon Cooks, spike week guys. So you're just adding the spike week guys here. And I like that. We got 5 more in this list. Zay Jones, if he resigns, if he's the one that resigns in Jacksonville, that's a smash. And Ridley's gone. That'd be an absolute smash for this team. Treylon Burks, Jalen Hyatt, Mingo, Sky Moore. This is a wild squad. I think I would have liked to seen a rookie in here somewhere in the mix. Pick 182. That's right after yeah. Personally, I'm just a Ricky Pearsall sav right now. But we'll see. We'll see how these guys test this week. And we're going to have a lot more information. Again, I am heading to sunny Florida with the fam, the baby, mama. And we're visiting both families down there. So really, really special to get to see both sides of the fam. If you guys enjoyed the stream, go down, slap the like on the way out. We're going to be having 3 videos drop. Oh man, it's not Miami. Naples. Family time. Wear sunscreen. I'm going to need it. The white Italian in Massachusetts. It's not the look. So we'll try to get a little sun on the skin here. But appreciate you guys coming out. Have a good week, and we'll catch you soon. Pounders.